Yo, 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 yo! Heading to the gym. So, I always like to tell people that kind of question. Yo, G, ain't you sleeping enough? Yo, G, I don't know, aren't you eating enough carbs? Yo, G, how you squat all the time? Like, I do a lot of these things that are non-traditional. I actually do a lot of things that are non-traditional. Pretty much my whole fucking life it's non-traditional. But what I like to tell people is that, you know, I never have trouble sleeping, right? By the time I get to bed, I'm fucking tired because of being up so early and all these, and training so hard and challenging myself in business and all this kind of shit, right? But listen to me when I tell you this. I believe you can cheat the system a little bit. Check this out. Let's say a person gets 8 hours of sleep, but 5 hours is really the REM sleep. Like, that's the actual quality sleep that they're getting. Well, I really think, now, this might be a little controversial, that the 5 to 6 I get might be as good, I believe it is as good, or better quality than some people getting 8. And I'll tell you why. Because everywhere else, normally, not all the time, but I would say 90% of the time, I've probably got things a little bit more optimally checked in, meaning like insulin stable all day, supplementation on point, hydration on point, mental stuff locked in, you know, mood is always above the line, you know, so it's like genuinely just a happy person because of all this work I put in and choices I've made. And don't get me wrong, I have my bad days too. I mean, yesterday I just had a pretty rough day with some family because I got an uncle that's not doing real well. But besides the fact, what I'm getting at is, I think, this is my theory, that you can cheat the system a little bit when everything else is essentially pretty optimal. Especially if I'm spiking my insulin before bed with anabolic fasting. I'm getting into a deep sleep almost instantly. I mean, yeah, could I sleep a couple more hours? Yeah, probably could have 7 hours of REM sleep rather than 5, probably. But the 5 that I do get, I'm not tossing and turning. I'm not, you know, I'm out, right? Out cold. So I would rival that. Are you able to cheat the system a little bit if the rest of your life, you know, when it comes to nutrition, supplementation, stress, is, you know, in the optimal essential category? I think, you know, because I can tell when I'm more stressed about work, or if I'm, you know, depleted, or if I don't drink enough water. Like, I can tell when those other things aren't in check, how much harder it is to get up and how much a little bit more difficult the day is. But I think that that's kind of the part of what kind of keeps me in this groove. I know how you can feel. Like, I know how good you can feel. I say this about people all the time. Like, people that I see that are struggling with different things, I'm like, man, if you know, got yourself in shape, if you know, got up and got some reading in, like, I know how good you can feel just because of trying to optimize this kind of process in the mornings, these habits. And I really think that if you get the rest of the shit in check, so a lot of people are like, that don't eat good, that are high stress, and then try to sleep on 5 hours, probably ain't gonna work for them. So I really think it's a combination of these other things is how I can potentially kind of cheat the system. Now, I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but what I can show you is by what I do. It's not about talk, it's about action. And so the actions that I've you know, created in my life, especially in these morning routines for so long, have yielded results that are undeniable. That's it. I'm a practitioner, so I'm not a science-based cat. I can't tell you that on science my 5 hours are better than yours. I'm just telling you the way I feel when I have the rest of my life in check compared to when I don't, because I know what both feel like. And so it scares me into keeping it in check, which optimally you know, I'm more successful when that happens. And I honestly just think that's the key. So, can you cheat the system and get less sleep? I think you can, a little bit, if the rest of the life is optimized. So, I'm kind of going to roll with this concept because I've been talking about it lately to some of my homies, and I honestly think it's the truth. So I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.